Good morning. I'm Don Hubbard, and I am the chairman of your pastor search committee. I want to thank you this morning for the confidence and the prayers the last several months. We started this process in November. That's when our committee was selected. We immediately started meeting for training. We met with the BGCT and we studied some other material as well. In January, we started meeting twice a week. And if you'll remember, we met with every single Sunday school class and we met with every single staff member. During that time, we got a great picture of what Northside Baptist Church is and who Northside Baptist Church needed and wanted. From that, we created the profile and we identified 12 traits or items that we wanted that next pastor to be talented or gifted in. I'm excited this morning to announce that our committee is in unanimous agreement that we have found the man that we believe God has called to be the next pastor of Northside Baptist Church. The man's got a bachelor's degree in religion, a master's degree in religious education, and a doctorate degree in leadership. He's got over 30 years of ministry experience, a lot of that as a youth minister and as an executive pastor, but he spent the last decade as a senior pastor.
So along the way, the thing that was most frustrating to us as a committee was people were speaking into us that this process is at a minimum going to take 12 months, 24 months. And we said, why do we need to limit God and what he can do? And so we began to pray that his timing would be felt and revealed and that we would see clearly the candidate that God's wanting us to see.
So we looked at a lot of resumes, some good, some real good resumes. And then we got this guy's resume, and I don't know how to say it other than it changed everything.
I went online and I started listening to his sermons. And it fascinates me that man doesn't even know me. And so many of those sermons, he spoke directly to me.
When we met the new pastor candidate, we were extremely excited. I feel like that God had him chosen before we even knew we needed him.
One of the things that I liked the most about this candidate was his presence in the room. It's obvious that he's a leader. He's humble, but yet confident. And you just really find yourself sitting on the edge of your seat, listening to him, kind of realizing, man, I could listen to this guy for hours and not get bored.
When I sat down to talk with him the first time, I really just felt like I was talking with an old friend.
We brought him in, we sat him down in a room, and we bombarded that man with questions. He went back home, more Zoom meetings, more talking. We finally asked him to come back and bring his wife. That poor couple came, and again, we spent over 2 hours bombarding them with questions. And she was just as precious as he is.
When he left, Dodd said, "So what do y'all think?" Everybody was in one agreement that this is the one that needs to be here at Northside.
As many of you know, we interviewed every Sunday school class here at the church to get a feel for who they thought the next pastor needed to be. And we took all that information and took it into every application we received, every sermon that we watched, every candidate that we reviewed, every interview that we went into. We feel 100% that this candidate is the perfect fit for our church.
He's going to bring an incredible vision to this church. And that's something that was talked about a lot as we met with the Sunday school classes, is the vision for the church in the next 5 years. And I believe his vision for what he believed God wants to do and the church's vision are going to line up perfectly.
To not only cast a vision for our future, but also desires to unite our church behind that vision.
I began to see not only a sincerity and a heart for people, but a love for missions. He's been personally involved in mission trips for 19 straight years.
And he definitely has a pastor's heart, and he loves people.
He's passionate about discipleship, and he's eager to teach it and train leaders in it.
I believe he's a man of integrity. He's authentic and genuine, and he's transparent. And obviously not the most important thing, but something that's important to me, he has a good sense of humor.
There is no hidden agenda. What you see is what you get. Love is at the root of all he stands for, and Christ the focus of his ministry.
Had an opportunity to visit this pastor's church. When I walked in, it kind of felt like I was walking in the Northside. It was a very friendly atmosphere. Kim and I agreed that if that was the community that we lived in, that's where we'd want to be on Sunday morning.
The thing that blew me away the most about this process was how God answered prayer. We as a committee were praying when we met the candidate that we would be unanimous. And from the first interview, we were 100% all in with this candidate, and we are so excited for you to be able to meet him.